Yeah, I'm kind of proud of that library because I made it what it is today. I mean, nobody wants to admit it but me. But they were going to build a simple, not a simple, a fancy little one-story library. And I said, no, we don't want that. I was the chief of training. We're building a building on one of my training commands. And I was running training. And I said, no, 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 no. And they said, well, we don't have enough money to have a two-story building and outfit it all. I said, don't worry about that. I'll outfit it. And then that's what I did. As chief of training, when we have money left over at the end of a quarter, I had the comptroller at the academy get a list of stuff they wanted. He would put on these cards, and as soon as I said it, $10,000 or $15,000, he just sent out a bunch of cards and started outfitting the second story. You can't be out of space when you start. It just seems so stupid.
Yeah.
No, I mean, particularly when you have the military system, if you're out of space already, it may be 2 years before you get any money. You got to convince the Coast Guard to ask for it. Then you got to convince the department you work for, like Treasury Department or Homeland Security now, to ask for the money from the Congress. Then you got to get the Congress to give you the money, authorize a law to give you the money. Then you got to get an authorization bill passed. These are all things you got to do before you get any money.
Yeah.
And if you need, then you got to build it. If it's a building that takes a year to build, look at how far down the road you are. That's why you got to plan ahead.
Plan ahead.
And I always did that. I was one of the few guys that used to send money back to headquarters when I didn't spend it. He said, well, you won't get any money next year if you send it back. They'll just reduce your amount you get. I said, no. If they know you and you say you need this, they'll give me that after a certain number of years of giving it back when I didn't need it. They will give me what I asked for. And that's what they did. I didn't have to ask for something that was dishonest to get next year's appropriation. I didn't have to do that. My system was different, but it worked. Yeah, I do what I thought was right, and I didn't. I mean, if I didn't use the money, why just not send it back? You know, somebody else might be able to use it, may need it, and they don't have any money right now. If you send it back, they got the money to give to them, you know? That's just taking care of the Coast Guard.